For those of you who do not know Tarada, he is probably one of, if not the biggest streamer of Star Citizen out there. He is he's a Swiss streamer in France, streaming in French and doing a lot of really cinematic content. He makes great stuff that I have seen plenty of. I've never really watched his content that much though, and I don't know him that well. So I'm not gonna take this time to talk that much about, I don't want to get into this. This is not about drama so much. I more just kind of want to put out a little bit of a statement about some of the stuff that's coming out after this, because I know questions about these things are going to be hitting our stream for the next couple of weeks, and I'd rather just have a video that's out there that explains my own feelings of it. So that's an explanation of who Tarada is. He makes a lot of large group videos. You might have seen some of his stuff. And so in this video that I'm showing you, he is basically explaining that he has been removed from Star Citizen's partner program. I want to talk about this partner program because I think that's the most interesting thing that comes out of this. But he also talks about how he has been followed and harassed and just all around annoyed by groups of people who have seemingly been able to go about it without getting too much of a consequence. This is a problem in Star Citizen. Star Citizen has a pretty big issue. I mean, we just spent so long going over the social tools and freaking out. Star Citizen definitely has a social problem. Whether that's because they don't moderate the game, because the social tools to give yourself your own environment that works for you doesn't exist. Whether it's because most of the stuff that you want to learn, you have to go to the website to learn, and the game itself doesn't have any sort of reporting tools or anything else like that. All the way down to kind of this sort of hands-off approach that CIG has with their own services. This video is from Tarada, and he talks about it more towards the end of the video here, that he is going to be looking to probably do less in Star Citizen because besides the fact that they removed him from the partner program, they also told him, according to his words, they told him that part of the reason is, well, let me see if I can find the actual part in here so I could tell you. Here's the answer he said that he got when he asked why he was being removed from a program. The answer he received was simply that their decision was based on the type of community experience they wish to promote, without going further. He talks about how he is somebody who focused on trying to create a community that's safe for the people within it, that stands up for minorities, for folks who are getting attacked, for folks who maybe are just trying to play a game and are getting caught up in drama they don't want to. Not necessarily a place to say that people can't be allowed. Well, actually, I won't speak for him. It's similar to our community, which is a place where we aren't necessarily saying people can't be in, but we do say if you're not respecting the other people within it, you can't be there. And I think he largely lands in that same area, which is why I want to make a focus here in saying the community aspect of this game is the most important. Regolith, community run. Urkel, community run. Verse Guide, community run. All of these orgs that they want us to do to get in the game and play their content and make content and show people how cool the game is so that more people come in for free flies. Community run. Daymar Rally, community run. Fighter Flight, Beacon, most of the Bar Citizens, all these things are community run. And he talks about this in here. In fact, wait a second. Even our very own systems in the org, us trying to create this market for ourselves so that we can be doing jobs with one another, us creating this achievement system in the game so that our members can go and actually achieve something and have something to brag about. These aren't things that are required for a good game, but they definitely make a game better. They give people things to do. When people don't have things to do, they go and harass other people and have kind of a rough time. And so that's what he got caught up here with. And I'm still not entirely sure why he got removed from this program. It sounds like it was either because he was getting a little bit more intense with criticism. I don't know. But I do want to say that as somebody who is getting ships for giveaways and is supposedly part of this partner program, I've never really felt that tied to it. like what he says, they can basically just remove you overnight if they want to. Yeah, they do. They do that 100%. I published a podcast that focused entirely on leaks, and just like that, they stopped talking to us. And when I contacted them, because they didn't tell me why that had happened, they said it was because I was making content that was the main point of the content was exposing things that were ripped from data. So that was kind of an understanding, but there was nothing ever written in paper about that. I've never received any sort of contract from them. I've never talked to them about anything that has to be done or can't be done in order to stay on this. So it's not like there's an agreement. It's just kind of like they see people that they think are promoting the game, they'll send you something. And if you're doing it in a way that they don't think is reasonable, they won't send you something. I don't think that really has to do with criticism, to be honest, because I will gladly sit here and say that they absolutely dropped the bag when it came to the flight blades last year. They are absolutely going to shit the bed when it comes to social tools in 4.8 if they can't get them in for the fleet battles. They've done a terrible job at delivering hacking or refueling or any number of things. Engineering is not doing great. I don't think criticism necessarily will get you taken off of it, but I do think it is a weird system. I think it is good to keep in mind that ultimately at the end of the day, the community is what drives Star Citizen forward. CIG is gonna start to feel the pain if they don't wrap their heads around that again. They used to be really in with the community, and I think they did a great job. I don't think they're completely pulled back. I think they still do a great job compared to a lot of other companies, but they're very clearly flirting with the line. And I think the main reason that they're so beholden to the community is because they don't have a finished game. Like, most other games don't have to rely on the community to put together parties, teach people how to play, or help folks understand that you shouldn't take the tutorial when you start the game. Like, it's crazy. But there are a lot of holes here that get filled in by the community. And if CIG, they got to pick and choose their battles. They got to pick and choose whatever is the most important for them to put their resources towards. But if they don't look out for the community long term, it will slowly degrade and something else will fill the space. I've always enjoyed Star Citizen community, so I prefer if it kind of stayed where it was and kept growing. But like the culture around the fun of just being space nerds, liking space things with space development games is great. We don't need to start a bunch of wars and rivalries and all that kind of jazz because we're bored. So we'll see what comes of something like this. I think in general, it's just another opportunity for people to consider what's going on outside of just the game's development. And I really just wanted to give this as like a kind of way to take a peek into what's going on. Some of the news, obviously it's all happening in another language. So I'm not going to get more into the specifics, who's right or wrong, what you should or should not think. I just wanted to give you my own opinions on it because I know people are going to be asking. All right.